Hello, this is Thomas K4SWL, and I'm out here today at South Mountain State Game Land. And the funny part is, I forgot to start the video today, so I'm running I'm running a little behind. I did an activation a little earlier today at Lake James, and started an activation here and just completely forgot to start the video. I'm using the MFJ 40-meter end-fed half-wave antenna again. And I just started calling CQ on 40 meters, so I'll continue doing that. Band conditions today are very rough, but I just want to try to get 10 contacts, if I can, to make this a valid activation. I'll be happy. Let's hope I got that right. See how many we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is my buddy Eric, one of my early mentors in the world of ham radio, and certainly one of the guys responsible for me getting into field radio like I have, along with K8RAT. Both of those are very good friends. So I just need 2 more to have a valid activation. That's not too bad. Okay. Okay. I was trying to work N8, but obviously he couldn't hear me when I came back to him, so I went ahead and worked to A8 on. That's number 9. See if I can go back to N8 and get him now. Okay, let's move on. Sometimes something you may notice when you're doing CW with POTA is okay. Thought I heard a VA. YZX, okay. Oh, he comes up. That's how the band is today. What was that? Okay. I guess that was somebody tuning up, or somebody was having a key failure there. That does happen. So, I do this a lot in single sideband, I think because it's voice, but I speak French, and so usually I'll try to throw something French in when I'm working somebody on voice. Okay, so I'm on 11 now. After people stop calling me, I'm going to hop off here because I need to go and move on. That's a park to park. Oh. I'm going to tell him to wait just a minute. Okay. Oh, is that a nice digital signal right on top of me? Happens to me a lot on 40 meters where, I don't know, like a RTTY or something will come around on top of me. I'm going to see it send QRT. There we go. I'm going to turn this off before I hear anyone else. Let's see what my total count was here. 11, 12, 13, 14. Not bad. I missed that park to park there. In fact, I was making a note of it in my head, then I forgot it by the time I ended the thing. But I'll probably go back in the video and just kind of look this up. It's one of the great things about taking a video of this. I'm just not all with it today. My brain is elsewhere. I have a lot of things to do yet. But I have to say, getting out here in nature and just enjoying things and playing radio always makes me feel better and puts me in a better mood. I've got a few things to get ready. I'll show you what this game land looks like. This is very typical. Whoops, let me zoom back out there. It's very typical of a North Carolina state game land. This is essentially a parking area where trucks and things come in here and park, and hunters come in and park to go hunting for the day. And I've been very lucky. This is actually one of my favorite spots here at South Mountain Game Land because it's secluded. Nobody ever comes to this particular park when I'm out here. I can tell from the tire tracks there have been people here recently, probably even today, earlier. The road into state game lands, and this is something I always try to remember to say, if you're new to parks on the air, be aware that game lands and sometimes wildlife management areas and places like that, they may have state or even just publicly maintained roads and access roads into them, but to be honest, they're not all that great a lot of times. This is not a state park. State parks usually have paved entrances or very nice entrances with really well-maintained roads, usually year-round. Game lands are not that way. They assume you have a truck or something with high clearance, and this particular road coming in during the summer is not too bad. Right now, though, you really do need a vehicle with decent clearance and with all-wheel drive, because there are parts of the road, it's about a mile-long access road in here, and there are portions there where you're just in mud the entire time, and you really need something like a four-wheel drive to get through it. And you need some clearance too, because there's some really big ruts in the road that you have to go over. So be aware of that. If you're doing parks on the air, game lands are wonderful, but something you always have to keep in mind is wear your blaze orange vest, even if you're in a parking lot. The only time I don't do that at a game land is when it's a game land really intended for fishing and stuff, and I know I'm the only person there that day. There's some little secluded game lands like that. I don't worry about it too much if I'm next to my car, but any game land that's part of a larger game land, or where I know people are hunting with guns, I have a real allergy to being shot. So I try to always wear a blaze orange vest when I come out to a place like this. And but just be aware, if you start to come down a road and it's one for a game land, just be aware that it may not be that well maintained, and don't go there with your minivan unless you know for a fact that it's one you can at least turn around in or something. Or if you're pretty adventurous with your minivan, go ahead and do it. But like I said, this one today, we've had incredible amounts of rain lately, and so it's pretty brutal on that access road. My Subaru had no problem with it, of course, but even the fact that I need to get some new tires here soon, really didn't have a problem with it. But anyway, I'll head on for now. Thanks to everyone who watched and put up with my dodgy CW skills. Thanks for spending some time out here with me today, and I promise next time I'll remember to turn on the camera when I start an activation. And just note that my videos, they're not always in order because of how I have to do the uploads to YouTube. Sometimes I do them when I have access, and so just be aware that my videos are not always in order. Anyway, I'll give one more look here at this MFJ antenna I was using today, the infrared half-wave. This is a very basic design, MFJ makes they make products that get the job done, and they're quality components, but they have a sort of an MFJ look, which is really basic, and that's their whole thing, is they go for basic and affordable but functional. And obviously this works really, really well. I had incredible success in my last activation with this thing, and so this is going to be a regular antenna I take out with me. They have little holes in here and a little grill, basically for heat dissipation. I guess if you're running a full 30 watts, that toroid inside could heat up. I can't imagine that ever happening at 5 watts or 10 watts, but they put those in there, which is kind of unique. It's a larger enclosure than they really need to have for this, but it's still pretty portable. I wish, if anything, maybe if I've got a criticism of it, I wish it had a built-in winder. If they designed this front plate a little bit differently, they could actually make a winder for the radiator, because the radiator is about 60-some feet long, I think. Is it 63 feet? I can't remember. So that would be one thing, but it's got nice strain relief built into it and has a little end insulator on it, and I like it. Yeah. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me today, and if you feel like it, you can subscribe. That mainly just gives me an idea who's watching, and share this with anybody that if you've got an enemy, maybe this is a good video channel to share with them. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me today, and hope to see you at the next activation.